Fast-moving wildfire growing dangerously out of control tonight. Firefighters are losing ground in the firefight against the Woodbury wildfire. High winds and dry brush now fueling the fire that sparked nearly 3 weeks ago in the Superstition Wilderness. It's burning near Roosevelt Lake, about 20 miles northeast of Apache Junction, and right now it simply keeps spreading, folks. Containment on that fire has dropped to just 24% now as the fire continues to grow. Thanks for joining us tonight on 12 News at 5:30. I'm Mike Gonzalez in for Rachel Cole tonight. We're continuing to keep a very close eye on this fire tonight. Team 12's Michael Doudna has the very latest on this firefight. Michael?
Yeah, that's right. The fire continues to grow. Now over 96,000 acres of land has been scorched by these wind-aided flames. Now that's around 30,000 more acres than we saw just on Friday. Now the fire containment maps really have been able to show the growth of the fire moving towards the northeast as this fire has grown over the weekend. Now the containment line is mainly focused on the southern part, and that has helped. Now firefighters telling us yesterday that the main challenge is the terrain. As you're seeing, they've had to use planes to drop in fuel to help fight these fires on these mountains and canyons, which can be extremely tough for firefighters to deal with. Instead, firefighters have focused their efforts on taking away the fuel the fire has to prevent it from burning structures like houses and businesses. And it's there at the containment line, and also with these houses that firefighters are focusing on, even as this total acreage continues to grow. Now, we do expect them to see a new update on the fire later on this evening, where we get to see exactly how much this fire has actually grown and how much this fire is actually being contained at this point. Mike?
All right, big job there, Michael. Thanks for that update. We appreciate it.